As the group reaches the outskirts of New Gravehold, they find a few mages already waiting for them. Inko is leaned up against the gate, out of breath and a few feet away. Claudia is far more anxious looking than her usual chipper self. "Mom! Dad!" Claudia calls out as she sees them. "Claudia!" Malister rushes up to check on his daughter and make sure she's all right. "What's wrong? Why have you come back from your expedition to the ruins?" "Everything was going super great for so long, but all of a sudden, out of the blue," Claudia makes a huge gesture with her hands, like an explosion. "Not one, but two nameless come out of these big, awful purple portals. We couldn't handle them all on our own, but we couldn't leave the site undefended either. They're going to destroy all the ancient artifacts and everything. Came back here to find you guys. We need help right away." "At the ruins?" Geiger asks, looking pale at the news of his life's work being threatened. It's the same at Southpost, Inko says, his voice and expression dark. "We're pinned down by a nameless that came out of nowhere. Our scouts didn't have a chance to see it. The thing appeared right in front of us. We have some fortifications, but they haven't been fully repaired from when Necroswarm attacked. The people won't hold out much longer without help." Geiger steps forward. "All these nameless, they're being summoned by Zahana. She was a traitor to the council all along. Brahma sent us to gather as many mages as we could to defend New Gravehold in case she attacks outright." Inko scowls and spits on the ground. "Hasn't Zahara already hurt Southpost enough? One poison root infects the whole plant." "Nook and I would be happy to help defend New Gravehold, but we can't let the ruins be destroyed. They're too important, and letting these nameless just run rapid isn't good either." "Yes, and I'm willing to help as well," Inko agrees, "as soon as I know the outpost is secure." Okay, so... oh gosh. We have to choose who to help. Okay, so Claudia is at the site, right? At the ruins, at the site, a lot of science and stuff. Southpost, Inko is at a post. I think I want to help Claudia. I want to help Claudia to help defend, like, the science and stuff. It seems like we can either protect the science, or we can help protect, like, the people. I think. So I'm going to help Claudia. Read section 56. It would be nice if the team could just split up. The other three can go help Inko. I'll help Claudia. I'm looking for page 56. There's no page 56 in this book. Section 56. "Oh, good," Claudia says, wiping the sweat from her brow. "And besides, we're playing Claudia's mother." I don't know who the other person is. Could be our son. I don't know. "I was trying to be cool and pretend I could handle this, but we're in way over our heads out there. You guys are lifesavers." Inko tosses his head and pushes himself to standing. "I understand. The ruins hold powerful artifacts and help you protect more people. I just hope that my and Talix's strength is enough to hold out on our own." Master puts a hand on his daughter's shoulder and then turns back to Inko. "As soon as we finish helping Claudia, we'll come lend our aid to you." "Come on!" Claudia slips out from beneath Malice's hand and rushes forward before turning around with an exasperated expression. "It's life or death here, people! We have to move!" Find the ruin sticker on sticker sheet 3, section 2, and place it on the blank space on the ruins on your map. Find a sticker Okay, help there or help there. Oh, interesting. Let's do the ruins. Let's go. The sticker just disappeared. Find sticker sheet 4, section 2. Add stickers E and F to your rulebook and read them. Severed. This particular void creature is synced. Lore. When a mage becomes severed, place a severed sticker sheet 5, section 2, over the affiliation seal in the upper left-hand corner of the front of the player mat. This mage cannot be played after you finish fighting this nemesis. If you're instructed to immediately replay this nemesis, you may use this mage for that game. Oh! When you are finished fighting that nemesis, the narrative booklet will instruct you to read a passage if there are severed mages. Read that passage in the narrative book, then set that mage aside for the rest of the campaign, as you are not allowed to use them again. Oh! Oh, shoot! Oh, no, 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 no. Vestiges. When a mage is severed, they cannot fight anymore, so they pass along their tools to the rest of the mages. After reading the text related to the severed mage, you will be directed to a sticker in the Insights envelope. The sticker must be applied before the next game. Stickers function exactly like enhancement stickers with 2 exceptions. They do not have any experience costs to apply them. Some of them are used to enhance their mage's ability. These ability stickers are applied to a player mat in the ability section. When a player resolves that mage's ability, they resolve the ability vestige afterwards. Just like with other enhancement stickers, you're allowed to sticker over vestige stickers. So let's go to page 20. Oh my god. We can lose our characters. We can lose our characters. We can put so much effort into making a character like absolutely perfect. I still have my original Aeon's End Legacy over here somewhere. I still have Li Lin that I had worked on with the sword and all that stuff. Like, that character was awesome for solo work. Not so actually, you know, stuff that works so great for solo work is not necessarily so great for like 2-player stuff. So stuff that's like, oh yeah, each of your allies can draw a card. In 2-player, that's 1 person drawing a card. In 1-player, that's you drawing an extra card that you can start using like right away. That's like too big for its passage. In like 3-player, that's 2 people drawing a card, which is alright, and in 4-player, it's 3, and that's pretty good. But like, yeah, there's a difference between like player themselves drawing a card and like just one little ally drawing a card. Okay then, so remember we have 6 experience. Read them. Open envelope 7. Add both of the mages there to your Gravehold Barracks. Open deck CN and add them to your Gravehold Barracks. So, open envelope 7, add both of these mages to the barracks. So now we also have Claudia and Nuke. Oh, we have Claudia! Activate during your main phase. It's only cost 4, not 5. Any player gains 3 life. Meh. Or the next time you gain a card this turn, you may place it into any ally's hand. Then any ally gains a copy of the same card and places it into their hand. Wait a second. So pay the 8, or whatever, you know, go up to 6 and then pay 2, and then buy a card, put it into your hand, and then take a copy of the same card. Oh, that's pretty radical! So if you have like 9, you can pay 2 to like use the ability. Oh heck, you can just hold on to the ability. And then just go, yep, I'll buy 2 Rainbow Surges, put them in my hand, ready them, and set them to go. Left, down, right. Interesting. Down, right, right. For up to 3 crystals from your hand or discard power to the regulatory deck. Place up to 3 anomaly cards to your hand. So also, open deck CN and add them to your Gravehold Barracks. Open deck CN! Okay, so I'm going to swap and start playing as Claudia, because I know I like all this path token stuff, but playing as Claudia looks so promising. Just look at her. Just look at her. Okay, anyway. Jubilant... Wait a second. Starting hand is 3 crystals. Okay, whatever. We have crystals. A Jubilant Halo and a Spark. Okay. So another spell. Cast deal 1 damage, gain 1 that can only be used to gain gems. That's better than a Spark. Okay, that's pretty cool. Starting deck is 2 crystals, a Mirror Shard. Play this as a copy of a gem in your hand. And 2 sparks. A lot of spells. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to swap and start playing as her. It's nothing saying that I can't, right? And then of course she's going to get severed immediately. I'm going to have to continue and play as the mom again, but I'm going to play as her. I'm going to see if she can deal with the fight all by herself. So opening hand is a Spark, 3 crystals, and a Jubilant Halo, and the deck is 2 crystals, 1 Mirror Shard, and 2 Sparks. So I'm 1 spark short. There should be an extra spark around somewhere other, and then I can also put away these halos as well. And then this is, I'm guessing, all of his anomaly cards. Oh look, he has an extra spark. until, okay, I can put these away. And then when you're ready to begin the next game, read section 58. So, what's section 58? So instead of Kadir, who we haven't upgraded at all yet, we're going to be playing as her daughter, Claudia. So the first one is open, and then this starts at left, which means it's closer to being opened. This one is default. This one is further away from being opened. But we are back to the book. Yeah, just put the map like way up here. That's not a distraction, right? I think I can stay there until like fight begins. As the group approaches the ruins, Claudia pulls them aside to duck into a small alcove that must have once been the top floor of some guard tower. It reaches up high enough to come up out of the water that submerges much of what is left of Old Gravehold. Nook is crouched inside, along with a group of scholars and laborers who had been assisting in the evacuation. You aren't here yet? You aren't here yet, Nook says, relief flooding his voice. Oh, yeah, that's Nook talk for hello, Claudia leans over to Kadir and loudly whispers. Nook's a little bit weird. Terrible at telling the time. You get used to it. Nook, what's happened to the ruins? Geiger asks, leaning forward. First the other, then one. Nook nods quickly, clearly distressed. And one on another, another on one. Both are one and one becoming both. Both pairs and pairs. Claudia scratches her chin for a moment before shaking her head. Yeah, I got none of that, but I think we can safely boil it down to two big monsters. Let's kill them. Nook nods in pleased agreement. Sounds about right to me, Kadar grins. Everyone, prepare yourself. One nameless presents large enough of a danger. We don't want to underestimate two. Find sticker sheet 6, section 4, and add these enhancements to your Gravehold barracks. We now spend your experience on enhancements. Build a supply using cards from your Gravehold barracks, following the rules on page 14. Return any cards that you did not use to your Gravehold barracks. Okay, yeah. I think we got a supply going on here. So, relationship enhancements. So, Claudia, when Kadir suffers damage, you focus one of your breaches. Claudia, when an invention gem or relic is played or invention spell is prepped, you gain a token. So I have 6. So you get a breach enhancement. So 2 spells cast on this breach deals additional 1 damage, or when a spell is cast on this breach, the player caster may destroy this breach to place a card in play from the Nemesis deck on top of the Nemesis deck. So undo the Nemesis deck by 1 turn. But you have to destroy one of your breaches. When a spell is cast on this breach, if the player who casts has no closed breaches, that spell deals an additional 3 damage. So if you open all of your breaches, you can deal a lot of extra damage. Crystal enhancements. When you gain a card that costs 6 or more this turn, boost this. If this is fully boosted, gain an additional 1. Okay, so that would be one of your basic crystals, making it basically a 2. Gain one that can only be used to focus or open a breach. This character really wants to open breaches. Next time you gain a charge this turn, you may have any ally gain it instead. Not useful. Gain 1. So look at the crystals. It's like gain 1, or boost a card in your hand. If we're doing a lot of boost stuff, I could see that being useful, but we don't really have any boosts. Gain 1 that can only be used to gain a spell. I think I'd rather have the focus thing. Spell enhancement, so minion was discarded this turn, gain 2. Deal a damage or deal 3 damage to the Nemesis, Lightning Bolt. If there are 6 or more other cards in your discard pile, you may return a card from your discard pile to your hand. That's useful for, getting a lot of cards. The spell that costs 5 or more prep to addition breach, boost this. If this is fully boosted, gain a charge. So just a spark, and it's just cast it and gain a spark. Charge. General enhancements. At the start of the game, each player gains 2 life. This costs you have more than your starting life. So each player will start with 12 instead of 10. Start of the game, Gravehold Gravehold will start with 35. Or at the start of the game, after the supply is set up, boost 2 cards in the supply. So just probably 2 separate cards. But a few boosts early on, like Rainbow Surge just boosted immediately. Sounds pretty good. Place one of these in the upper left corner of any crystal or spark that you place a sticker on so it stands out in your hand. That's fair. relationship enhancements, personal enhancements. So off your first turn of the game, choose one and then cross it out. Gain 2 charges, gain 2 monies, focus your breach with the lowest focus cost twice, or destroy the top card of your deck. So choose one and then cross it out. So for all the experience we got so far, so for the next 4 games, we can gain 2 charges. Sure, fine, whatever. Gain 2 money, focus the breach twice. That would, I think, just open it. That might actually be very useful, actually, now I think about it. Or destroy 1 card. When you open a 3 or 4 breach, remove 1 fire token from your location on the map. So basically, you remove some fires, but we have Chaos Charm for that. When you gain a card that costs 5 or more, boost a card that you have played this turn, or that is in your discard pile. Yeah. I don't really know if I want any of these, and I don't want the relationship stickers either. When you gain a card that costs 6 or more this turn, boost this. Gain 1 that... I think I want the gain 1 that can only be used to focus or open a breach. Put that one of the crystals. So especially if we get one of the starting crystals, because focusing a 2 breach costs 2, right? Yeah, 2 to focus, 3 to open. So if we do this on one of the opening hand ones, we can immediately focus that. We immediately go focus it, gain a charge, prep spell, burp spell. And then spells cast with this breach deal an additional 1 damage. I guess we could also just take this and just immediately open that breach. Yeah, turn 1, open breach 2, deal an additional damage with it, and then just have that be the thing that we do. And then turn 2, deal 3 damage. And that would just be the thing we do. And how much gems do we have? So we'd get 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could have 4 monies on turn 2, so buy a cobalt clump, or if we somehow get 1 more money turn 2, gain 1 that can only be used to open a breach. When you gain a card that costs 6 or more this turn, boost this. No. Spells cast from this breach. The player caster may destroy this breach to place a card in play from the Nemesis deck on top of the Nemesis deck. Spells cast from this breach. The player caster has no closed breaches. This spell deals additional 3 damage. I think I want the focus a breach thing, but it costs 3 to open that first breach anyway, so that's not so important. We do have a thing. Moving a fire token. I think I want this personal enhancement because I'm sure that I'll be able to use all 4 of those in the next 4 chapters, and then I could just remove it and replace it with a better personal enhancement later. I can already afford the best of the enhancements. And that way, I don't know. No. Focus to open a breach. I can't say that's useless. Boost a card in hand, that's not so useful. I mean, I guess we could get both of these. Boost a card in hand to boost a crystal, and then play that crystal, and then just keep those together, and just keep boost the crystal, play the crystal, boost the crystal, play the crystal. Honestly, boost a card in hand does sound like a really good use of a card. If this is fully boosted, gain an additional 1. Or, if there's a spell that costs 5 or more perpetuation breach, boost this. And then, if this is fully boosted, gain a charge. Gaining extra charges sounds so good. So I think I definitely want the booster card in hand, and one of the things that requires boosts. So if we can make a crystal be worth 2, and all we have to do is basically after 1 game, I'm sure we'd be able to afford that. So booster card in hand. And then sure, we'd only focus the breach, not open the breach. But gain 1 or booster card in hand. Boom. And then this is spell that costs 5 or more, prep to adjacent breach, boost this, and if this is fully boosted, gain a charge. So that's all it is. It's just... So it could be make a crystal be worth 2, or have the spark deal 2 damage. I think have a crystal be worth 2 is better later on. Once we can get a crystal to be constantly doing 2, that would be pretty awesome. Shoot, so close. So very, very close. I did really well on the first one. Can I take this off? I can take this off. Now the real question is, can I put it back on? I can't put it back on successfully, no. I can't do this. I keep rotating the card, but it's not helping anything. Not helping anything, least of all my anxiety. If I manage to get this somehow just perfect, just by... I am doing terrible sticker strats right now. Like I said, terrible sticker strats. Start at one edge. If there's a corner here, that would make it so much better. But there is no corner here, so I just have to, like, keep blindly trying. There, that has to be good enough. There's a giant air pocket in the middle. This is going to be what I'm doing here. And then take the 3 boost stickers off of this to put them onto this thing. Boom. So this is going to very quickly be worth 2. And then apparently take a couple of these stickers to start putting onto the cards that I modified. Just so I can easily tell, hey, these are modified gemstones. Yeah, I love the personal touch of games, like the, hey, you can play the game in your own way. Because, like, someone else, even if they got, like, the 6 experience, they might be all, like, say, they might be playing with friends and decide, hey, let's have everyone grab relationship enhancements. Let's have that be our thing. Everyone grabs relationship stickers. Did I also get these? Or did I not get these yet? Or gain 1 charge, silence a minion. I don't think I got sticker sheet 4, right? I got the sticker sheet 6, section 4. I don't think that I got the top of this. The player cast it may place on top of the deck. When the spell is cast from this breach, Gravehold gains 1 life. Interesting stuff. Start your first turn of the game. You will destroy a spark in your hand to gain 1 money. Spells you cast it cost 5 or more money. Deal additional 1 damage. That's fun. Spark enhancements. Deal damage, then deal 1 damage. That would be radical. General enhancements. At the start of each player's first turn of the game, that player gains a card that costs 3 or less from any supply pile. That is awesome. At the start of the game, place 2 fire tokens on the sticker. When a fire token would be added, remove a fire token from here instead. So you basically start off at -2 fire. I think the general enhancements would definitely be better in a, like, multiplayer game as opposed to just solo. Okay, open envelope 18 and deck PM. Open envelope 18. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, gosh. Paradox of Myth and Bone. Paradox of Myth. Life Spinner. No Paradox of Bone Life Spinner because we're supposed to have other Life Spinners for this. Build a Nemesis decks following the instructions on the back of the Nemesis mat. Ooh. I should probably look at that, huh? Defend the ruins from Paradox of Myth and Bone. Replace the Nemesis turn order cards in the turn order deck with the Bone and Myth turn order cards. So no more Nemesis cards. Boom, boom. Instead, Myth and Bone. Done. When making the Nemesis deck, you will make 1 deck for Myth and 1 deck for Bone. Use only Myth Nemesis cards for the Myth deck and only Bone for Bone. No basic or upgraded basic cards are used. Myth and Bone both have no maximum life. When effect affects the nemesis, the players choose which nemesis is affected. Oh. Bone. The player becomes exhausted. The nemesis with the lowest life gains 7 instead of unleashing twice. When Myth or Bone is reduced to 0 life, the players win. When there are no nemesis cards in play or in either nemesis deck, the players win and the nemesis with the lower life is... Okay, when there are no nemesis cards in play or in either nemesis deck, the players win and the nemesis with the lower life is counted as defeated. So if we can just survive, we win. I don't know if that's normally the case for this, but if we survive, we win. Remember, both the nemesis cards are out for this. Our experience has been spent. They start differently because this character's card, you can see the yellow triangle on the left, on the bottom, and on the right. That shows left, bottom, and right. So this left breach is easier to open, but the right breach is harder to open. And now, okay. And then, we already shuffled, so let's begin. It's our player's turn. Okay, so what do we have to do here? So, we wanted to boost a card in our hand, boosting this. 1, 2. We can focus this breach right here. Boom, boom. And prep Jubilant Halo and a Spark. And then discard all of these, get these 5 cards to hand. 2 crystals, a mirror shard, a spark, and a spark. So, yes, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we could totally get a cobalt clump, but can't quite get an ether dust, unfortunately. And then, it's our turn again. Deal 2 damage. Okay, so if Myth has more life than Bone, Bone gains 3. So we want to deal our 2 damage to Bone. We want Bone to have less life. Because as long as Bone has less life, the Myth's Unleash is going to be a lot less powerful. So, 48. Just open this real quick. Yes. Alright, so we have 1 that can be used for gems. So now, 2, 3, 4. I say prep 1 of this, and shoot. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let's just grab ourselves a cobalt clump. Keep this in hand, I guess. Do this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's our turn again. Let's deal 1 more damage to Bone. And just go 47. And let's see, if we boost this again, this would still be worth 1, and then we can do 2, and we can open this. So yes, boost that spell. Yep. Boost this gem again. And then open a breach. Prep, and pass. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfectly. And then go to Myth's turn. So, yep, Myth starts off with nothing, but then Minion. 2 shield tokens. Ooh. Graven Zephod. Myth persistent. Bone gains 3 life. Add a power token to the oldest power in play. There are no powers in play right now. Our turn again, and then Bone will go right after us. So let's deal 2 damage. Knock out both of this thing's shields. Gain 1 that can only be used for gems. 1, so 2, 3. Actually, 1, and then 2, 3 as a copy of this. 4, 5, 6, 7. And prep this. We'll buy a Rainbow Surge, which means that we also... Oh, wait, no. Hold on a second. 1 of that could only be used to buy a gem, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have enough for that, but we do have enough for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can buy an Ether Dust and still silence this thing twice. And then still also buy one charge. And end, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then pass on over to Bone. And Bone is going to put out a minion. Quagmire Amphib. Bone Persistent. Bone Unleashes. Myth Unleashes. Add a fire token to your location on the map. That's one we want to silence. We don't exactly have a lot to get rid of fire. We have Chaos Charm, and that's like it. Basically, for every fire on the map, we gotta get rid of a Chaos Charm. But now it's our turn. So we can deal one... Why is this over here? We can deal 1 damage. Sure, let's deal 1 damage to this thing. Put it down to 7. And then... boost a card in our hand. Boosting this crystal again. Yeah, play as a copy of any gem in your hand. Boost, boost. And, you know, whenever you gain a card that costs 6 or more this turn, boost this. If this is fully boosted, I didn't have to do the regular boosts. This is fully boosted, so this is actually worth 2. And then 3. And I can also prep both of these. So for 3, I could get a Sujilite, but I think I want an Electric Rod. Any player may focus one of their breaches. If that player has a prep spell that costs 5 or more, gain a charge. That goes there. This all goes here. Actually, I want that below this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is useful. And then Myth goes. This is silence, so that's fine. And then Myth flips. When a power token is removed from this during the Nemesis turn, Myth gains 2 life. Immediately, Myth unleashes. So, since Myth has more life than Bone, Bone gains 3 life. Actually, you know what? Shouldn't have dealt damage to that. Should have dealt the damage to Bone. Just to make sure that if Myth unleashes twice, then everything is fine. So, doing it that way. Sorry. Power 3. If Bone has less life than Myth, Gravehold suffers 5 damage. The power token is removed from this during the Nemesis turn, Myth gains 2 life. If Bone has less life than Myth, Gravehold suffers 5 damage. Otherwise, any player suffers 2. Okay, so now yeah. So this is at 3. So, effectively, what it could be is Myth gains 2 life like every single turn. Or we could pay basically 6 to put it down to 1. It'll go down, Myth will gain some life, then Gravehold suffers some damage and blah blah blah. Or leave it as it is, Myth will gain like 6 extra life. And don't necessarily have to worry about it for a while. So I say leave it be. And shoot, Bone's turn. Bone unleashes, which is Gravehold or any player suffers 2 damage. Sure, Gravehold, suffer 2 damage. Because I don't think that we have the healing that we are used to, right? 28. We have to use we have to get a Rainbow Surge to start healing ourselves. Then Myth unleashes, and since Myth still has more health than Bone, Bone will go up to 52. And then add a fire token to your location on the map. So we add 1 fire, just the one. One little fire. And then Bone unleashes again, and then add 2 power tokens to the oldest power in play. Boom. If Bone has less life... Okay. Bone unleashes. Gravehold will take another 2 damage, going down to 26. It's a big place. It'll survive this. It'll be fine. You'll be fine, Gravehold. You'll be fine. Add 2 power tokens. Boom. Bone has less life than Myth. Bone gains 2 life. Bone actually has more life than Myth, so that part does not happen. Discard pile, I guess. But hey, we're getting a bunch of turns now, so 2. So we can deal... I want to say deal 2 damage to this. I'll deal 2 damage to this. I'll gain 1 that can only be used on gems this turn. And then, Mirror Shard, as a copy of Aether Dust, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each ally gains a money token, which we're our own ally. We are our only ally, so it's basically worth 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus I can prep this, or 10 for gems. So I say 7 for this, which, and then 8, 9, 10. So we can silence this minion once. And then, yeah, everything is fine. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. We did buy a gem, and we bought a thingy that we had wanted. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's our turn again. Actually, that deals 5 damage. So deal 1 damage to this. And then any player may focus one of their breaches. If that player has a prep spell that costs 5 or more, gain a charge. We'll focus this breach because it's almost expensive. We'll prep a little spell. So we could boost a card in hand, but there are no cards in hand worth boosting. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could Fractured Lightning. Or we could get another Cobalt Clump. And, you know, silencing minions sounds like a lot of fun. If we can just keep silencing this thing over and over again, that could be an awful lot of fun. But I think what we should do is buy 2 more charges. Like that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, leave that at 5 because we're going to go to turn. Deal 1 damage to. Okay, I say to Bone right now. Because we, generally speaking, want Bone to have less life until this goes off, which it's never actually going to. Bone has less life than Myth. Gravehold suffers 5 damage. Otherwise, any player suffers 2. Gravehold could take the 5. It's fine. We want Bone to have less life. Overall, just in general. So spells, and we have a third spell. So we can do 1, 2, 3. So Scrying Sugalite, our top card is not a spell. So this is only worth 3. So we can still focus that breach and still do boom, boom, no, boom, boom. Could potentially hold that on. Hold on to that. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we definitely want to use our charge before we buy stuff. Yeah, any player gains 3 life. That is useful if we start taking pain. But the next time you gain a card this turn, you may place it into any ally's hand. So gain a card, put into your own hand, which means you can play it immediately. Then any ally gains a copy of the same card and places it into their hand. So again, you get 2 of a card. Buy a Rainbow Surge, get 2 Rainbow Surges. Honestly, I should have done that instead of just buying the 1. It is our turn, so Rainbow Surge deals 5 damage and is going to kill off this minion. If this causes the minion to be discarded, boost this and gain 1 life for each boost mark on it. We are at full health. Foam. And then, so this is dead. And we can deal 1 damage to Bone. Knock Bone down to 50. I like having this little thing on the side. Instead of messing with dials and stuff, you can very easily see Myth health, Bone health, R health, and like Gravehold health, and number of fire counters. That's a problem. What do you have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this. Okay, we are not buying a gem, so let's keep the Jubilant Hero there. We're only getting 9 money, so spend 2 of it to get this. Next time I gain a card this turn, I may place it into any ally's hand, then any ally gains a copy of the same card to place into their hand. So that's 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'm paying 7 to get 2 Rainbow Surges into it. Actually, no, I am casting this because I need to cast this. Whoops. So Bone goes down by another 1, down to 49. So I'm getting 2 copies of Rainbow Surge to my hand. because I used this, I basically spent the extra 8, right? This spark is going to just stay in my hand and do nothing with itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then pass the turn. Bone turn. Yeah, that's just a myth thing, right? So it's... Yep. Yep. Bone persistent. Any player loses 3 charges, or Grave Hold suffers 5 damage. I think you can only do this if a player has 3 charges to lose. You can't just be all like, yeah, I have 0, I'll lose them. If it's just a player loses 3, then... Yeah, but yeah. So Gravehold's going to start getting hurt. But Bone's not going to have a turn for a little bit, because it's our turn now. Deal 5 damage, deal 5 damage. Bone gains 3 life, out of power total's power in play. I say one of these Rainbow Surges is going to kill that Graven Zephyr before it even becomes unsilenced. Which means that the Rainbow Surge is going to get boosted, and the other Rainbow Surge, I guess, I mean, wait, to be fair, yeah, no, deal 5 to that, leave it at 7. And then Electrum Rod, Focus of Breach, and Foam, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I could Focus the Breach again. I could buy some Cobalt. I can't afford a Chaos Charm. Could buy Fractured Lightning, but I already have tons of spells. I think I'm going to get 2 charges. Leave this... Wait a second. No. Put that right next to that in the hopes that that's going to work out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course, someone could easily count the cards to know for sure. So this is going to go down. And since the charges is lowering during the Nemesis turn, Myth will gain 2 life. So 52. Myth's going to be just gaining about 2 life every turn, it seems. Honestly, I almost should have kept that in. When a player or Gravehold suffers damage during Bones Unleash, they suffer an additional 1 damage. So, okay, so immediately Myth unleashes twice. When a player or Gravehold suffers damage during Bones Unleash... Okay. When a player or Gravehold suffers damage during Bones Unleash, they suffer an additional 1 damage. Immediately Myth unleashes twice, and its power 6, and any player discards a card in hand. So eventually someone's going to discard 1 card, but yeah, we definitely want to push that down a lot. So Myth unleashes twice, so Bone will gain 3 life, and then Bone will make Gravehold or any player suffer 3 damage. We'll take the 3, because we can take that now. We're using spells to gain our own health back, so we can take 3. And Bone goes up to 52. Remember this, they were both supposed... Whoops. They're both supposed to start at 40. But now it's our turn. And we can deal 1 damage to Bone again. Bring Bone down to 51. So, as long as it's below Myth, there should be a thing like if one of them reaches like 100 health or something. Because all we have to do is outlast both of the decks, right? Boom, boom, ba-da-boom, boom. Revealed my top card. What is my top card? It is a spell, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we don't have enough to open a breach. Shoot, we can focus a breach. We could also pay 4 into that and then do nothing with it. Gain back the 3 life that we just took. No, I want to do it to buy stuff. I say we use that for focus this breach. Put Rainbow Surge in there. End turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to next turn. Boom. Okay, so this is 7. Okay. 1, 2, and then 7 to kill that minion, which means boost this and gain 2 life. Yeah, like, how many Rainbow Surge cards are there? We have 3, there's 2 more. Like, there aren't exactly a lot of them, and so if we can full boost all of the Rainbow Surge cards, that would be kind of radical. Anyway, this thing is dead now. Just chomp. And that's just our spellcasting phase. So we can definitely Mirror Shot into an Aether Dust to gain like 6. And then 7, 8, 9. Also prep a Spark. So, plus we have 1 more for a gem, so 10 for gems. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 6 for gems, or 5 otherwise. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, then we still have 5 more. So let's actually buy 2 Chaos Charms. Put them both into our hand. You may destroy this if you do remove a fire token from your location from the map. Shoot. What, use both of them to destroy both of them? No. I'd almost say just buy one and let it be in the discard and then instead buy something else. Yeah, we could, buy a... No, screw it. No, right? Yeah, because we'd have to get them both. Spend 1... No, wait. 2 different players may destroy a card in hand. You may destroy this. If you do, remove a fire token from your location on the map. I'm going to remove the fire from our location on the map. I'm going to keep the other one in hand. So now we just don't have fire in here anymore. We are doing a good job at firefighting stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the boost one? Yes, that's the boost one. We got it. We got it with cards that get boosted. Perfect. But now let's shuffle. We could also just remove 3 from this. Like, that was also an option. But I mean, with so many Rainbow Surges, we are fine. Spark the Bone. Bring Bone back down to 50. Bring Bone back down to 50. And then... Bone... Oh, wait, no. Shoot. Wait. I think I can do this. Destroy a card in hand, you may destroy this. I kind of want to destroy this, but I also want to, like, boost the rest of my cards before I destroy that. Because they're not getting many minions. So I think I will boost this Rainbow Surge. Prep Rainbow Surge. Prep Rainbow Surge. Electro Rod. Focus a Breach. That player has a prep spell that costs 5 more, gain 1 charge. Actually, wait a second. Prep that spell. Focus this breach. It opens. Prep that spell on that breach. So that deals extra damage and might be able to more likely kill a minion. Keep the Chaos Charm in hand. Put both of these in there. Eventually I'm going to want to destroy that thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like this. And then Myth. So Myth gains 2 life. That's easy enough to do. And then nothing. That's just sitting there. That's nothing. And then Myth flips another card. Minion. Cobble Haunt. Myth persistent. Myth unleashes twice. Or Bone unleashes and any player discards 2 cards. Want to kill that thing. It's our turn now. Okay. Let's show this a little bit better. It's our turn now. So, 5 plus 6, that would only be 11 damage. Not enough to kill a thing. Boom, boom. We could knock that all the way down to 1. Let's knock it all the way down to 1. 1 HP left. But we do gain 2 health because the one was boosted up twice. So we're up at 9. And then Chaos Charm, destroy that crystal. Thank you, finally. Scrying Gem? Nope. Let's grab a Spark, and so 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's pump up this to this. Discard them like this. And then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so if we go again, we can destroy that. We're definitely going to go before Myth goes. So destroy the Cobble Haunt. And then, well, Jubilant Halo, Spark, and Rainbow. And then I just have like 2, so we can just sit on 4 for a moment. You just sit on 4 for a moment. That's fine, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sure that's fine. That's probably fine. And yep, bone. Here's the bone. Ooh, 2 shields. Primeval Huntress. Ooh. Reduce to 0 all damage dealt to Myth or Bone. Bone persistent. Bone unleashes. Add a fire token to your location on the map. Okay, so we have to kill that. Fortunately, we can deal 2 damage to it right now. Both, to get rid of both of the shields. And then deal 6 damage to it to reduce it down to 6. Also getting 2 life, so we're back up at 10. And then, what do we have? We have a lot of gems. So we can... Okay, wait. Maybe I don't want this. Okay, Electrum Rod. Don't actually need to do that right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can buy something that costs 6 and get it again. Then any ally gets a copy of the same card and place it into their hand. So we could do Cascade twice. We could get more Chaos Charms. I think I kind of want double Cascade. And start just, using this. So, boom. Prep that, and then use the Electrum Rod to focus a breach. And then since I have a prep spell that costs 5 or more, I gain a charge. And then I can prep that in there. And... oh, right. And prep a Spark. 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shuffle this. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will kill that. And then we can deal 2 to something in the face. Alright, so as long as we go before Bone, it's all well and good. If Bone goes first, that's meh. Myth goes. Okay, so Myth is going to gain 2 life. And that's it. Myth gains 2 life. And then when Bone unleashes, you must choose Gravehold to suffer the damage. Immediately, Myth unleashes twice. So Bone will go up to 56. Power 6, any player discards 2 cards in hand and add a fire. So Gravehold has to start taking the damage when Bone unleashes. And... okay, cool. Our turn. I would love to use this Spark first to deal 2 damage to something, but I'm realizing that it... so yeah. Deal 3 damage, deal 3 damage. So kill that, and then deal 2 damage to Bone again. Bone, 54. And then... you can... okay, so wait. Boost a card in hand. Boost this Rainbow Surge. Play this with my top card. It's not a that. Oh, I didn't even realize I had Chaos Charm. So I have 2. Can't open that because that wasn't a spell, so prep this, prep this. Get 1 charge. Put that, keep this in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd be nice if there's a thing that's like, your hand size is actually 6 now. And Bone gets to go. Bone has no ongoing things. Nash attack. Bone has less life than Myth, which is true. Place the most recently discarded minion in Bone's discard pile into play. Otherwise, someone suffers 5. So unfortunately, a Primeval Huntress comes back. But again, Bone is not going to go for a little bit, so yeah, Myth and Bone have both gone during this most recent rotation. You can see both of the cards in here, which means we're taking 3 turns in a row. So, pleased to see all damage dealt to Myth or Bone. I would much rather just keep both of these cards up. I'll use this Rainbow Surge and gain myself 1 life to knock out 1 shield, because again, I can't deal damage to the others. Oh, my health is full, but knock out 1 shield. Ready a Spark. And then I could do 1, 2, 3, 4 for something. But I will Chaos Charm and destroy this. And then pay 4. So I could buy something. Don't want to buy something right now. Let's set this at 4 charges for a moment. Yeah, like that. And then let's go again. Deal 1 damage, break the other shield, deal 6 damage, because +1 on cast. Bring that down to 6, doesn't get boosted. I'm already at full health. And then ready a Rainbow Surge again. I can Electrum Rod to focus this breach and open it. Now all of the breaches are open, so Electrum Rod is not so useful. You can also gain a charge, or I could say have used that, then gain the charge, but don't think I'm really buying anything this turn, am I? No, because I don't have any monies for stuff, so I could do 1, 2, 3, and I can also prep both of these. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to buy 2 more Chaos Charms, kind of. And then our turn again. So we can definitely Rainbow Surge first, kill that. This would get boosted again, but it can't because it's already full. We would gain 2 health, but we can't because our life is already full. I'm just going to just keep both of these just sitting here, or at least keep one just sitting there, just sitting at the ready to go. So I'm going to deal 2 damage to Bone, bring it down to 52. Going to hold up Cascade, Cascade, put up a Spark, and do 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait. When Bone unleashes my choose Gravehold, but then blah, 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 blah. Any player discards a card in hand. I'm going to P3 and knock that down by 1. The fact that it's split between the 2 enemies definitely makes this a heck of a lot easier. And I want this one gone with, but any player discards 2 cards and add a fire token. You know what, screw it. I want this one out because I can heal myself. I can't heal Gravehold. If Gravehold takes damage, it's permanent. Okay, Myth's turn. No, down to 1. Down to 3, down to 4. Myth gains 2. 58. So remove from this turn, the next turn, Myth gains 2 life. And then, Minion, Ruin Scrounger, Myth Persistent. If Bone has less life than Myth, the player with the most expensive card in hand destroys it and suffers 3 damage. Otherwise, Gravehold suffers 4. Okay, kill it. Bone. Place the most recently discarded mini Bone's discard pile into play. If Bone has less life than Myth, the players collectively discard 2 prep spells. Dear God! I'm killing this Huntress over and over and over again. If Bone has less life than Myth, which is true, players collectively discard 2 prep spells. So, discarding both of these. Discard, not destroy. But now I have at least 4 turns in a row, so... how do I want to do this? Double... Fine. Cascade and Cascade. Boom, boom. But I can return card cost 4 less my discard pile to my hand twice. So I can return, say, Cobalt, and I can return, say, well, better than a Spark. I can return a Jubilant Halo, right? Because I don't have any of the discarding cards. Let's do this. So that's 12. So that's there and there. So, okay. Okay, here's my idea. Cobalt Clump. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Play this. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess I could have boosted that. Boost this and then go for 8 and just get a volcanic shrapnel and just... I think I want to do it that way. Boost this. And then grab 2 volcanic shrapnels. Yeah, use the boosty crystal to boost a card in hand. Have it be this Rainbow Surge. They're almost all completely boosted now. I'm sure they're going to be power crept soon. But then I can get 2 volcanic shrapnels, both to hand if I use this. And I get to silence twice. Bone Persistent, Myth unleashes, add a fire token to your location. Just silence both of them. I know I'm going to be taking a bunch of turns. Actually, I'm going to be killing this, right? 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. I'm going to be killing this. Like, right away here. And then that is turn, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coolio. And then 3. Making it my turn again. You have cards in hand, you get an idea of them. Okay, cast spells. Deal damage. You may turn to your hand up to 2 cards from discard pile that cost 0. Effects that modify damage affect all instances of damage. Okay, wait. Jubilant Halo, deal 1 damage to this. Wait, so just 1 damage. And then Volcanic Shrapnel. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. Kill that again. Return up to 2 cards from your discard pile that cost 0. So let's return Jubilant Halo. 1, 2, 3, and let's go with Crystal. 4. And then I can do Chaos Storm. 2 different players may destroy a card in hand. I'm going to discard this basic crystal. Sorry, not discard. Destroy. Destroy basic crystal. And I have nothing to upgrade, do I? I do have to remove this eventually, but I can still just play it to gain a free charge easily enough. And, oh, wait a second. Just realizing, instead of boosting a card in hand, is this like right here or something? God, I have Mirror Shard. Getting that, I can get this. Oh, shoot. The point where, like, the cards, like, try to slide against each other and kind of get, like, stuck on the stickers. That sucks. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 monies. Okay, so that could boost me all the way up there. And I could do 1, 2 monies. So I could get that all the way up, and I can also just do boof, boof, and boof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 monies. I guess I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, sure. Make me... Wait, no, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, sure. Add a fire token eventually, right? We have 0 fire right now. We're okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. And then, gosh, that's a lot of spells, huh? Let's take our turn. As long as we can keep silencing that, we don't have to care about that. So, 6 and gain 2 life, but we're at full health. So 11, 12, 13. Yep, nope, 14. Let's deal 14 damage to Bone. That'll bring it down to 38 life. Just. And then Rainbow Surge, Double Cascade, Spark, Hold Spark, go. 2, 3, 4. And of course, again, it's our turn. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Bring Bone down to 25. I guess hold Spark up. And grab 2 that cost 4 or less. So this and this. So we can have 4 spells prepped again. Jubilant Halo and 3 Sparks. All 3 of our Sparks, because we still haven't gotten rid of any of them. So Scrying Sugalite. Is there another spell on top? Yes, there is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think I just want to buy a regular Chaos Charm, huh? There's 3 left, so I'll buy a regular one now. And also silence the thing. Silence this again. There. Just keep silencing that, and we won't have to worry about it. Conceal, don't feel. You know? That famous line? That worked out, right? Right? Boom. And then, draw a card for turn. Myth. Okay. So this goes down to 0. So power 3. If Bone has less life than Myth, which is definitely true, Gravehold suffers 5 damage. So, unfortunately, Gravehold is going down to 21. Yeah, the path thing is really nice because it let you do so many different things. Oh, also, Myth gained 2 for that thing going on. And this loses a silence token. So, Myth is at 60. Okay? Like, listen. To the silence, when Bone unleashes, the nemesis with the lowest life gains 2 life. That's whatever. Immediately, Myth unleashes twice. So Bone gains 6 and goes to 31. Power 3, any player discards 4 cards. And that's it. Our turn. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Yeah, definitely have at least 2 spells. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess both on Bone. Bring it down to 27 again. We don't have to care about Myth's health at all. We just have to kill one of them. And since Bone should be less than Myth, but you know, if we want Bone to stay less than Myth, we might as well just only focus on killing Bone and any problematic minions. That's all we have to care about. There's still 0 fires anywhere. We can still prep both of these. This is a copy of anything, but there is nothing. I guess instead I could use the Chaos Charm and destroy it, and then still play this, and I definitely have a high enough level spell, so boof on that. I am trying to put this up right. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our turn again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, wait. Cast both these sparks, and then 6 and 12. But return to your hand up to 2 cards to discard pile that cost 0. So might as well turn both of these. Get some free damage in. 6, 12, 13, 14. Bring Bone down to 13 life. We don't have to fight both of them. Right? Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Staying alive, staying alive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can... Let's see. We could do that. We could do this. We could also do 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, like that. And then toss both of these. Keep this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Honestly, 5, 10, 15, 16? We're killing Bone, like, next turn, right? Like, 6, 12, 17, 18. Boom! We shatter the bones. No bones about it. We did it. The gigantic beast stumbles and collapses, a thick black fluid leaking from its wounds like blood. The chains that had been embedded in its flesh slowly slide free with a sickening squelch, and the great face in the sky floats silently for a long moment, the chains pushing at the unresponsive body of its former partner. Finally, it seems to understand, and the chains suddenly lash out wildly, toppling stonework and leaving the mages diving to the ground to avoid the violent swinging. The mages gather themselves together, readying more spells, but before they can do anything, the golden mask twists itself around and floats back through the void portal, still swirling behind it. The portal snaps shut, and the mages are left in a stunned silence. If you won your first game versus Paradox of Myth and Bone, your group gains 4 experience per player. Otherwise, your group gains 2 experience per player. Either way, do not spend this experience yet. Quote the results of this game on the back of the booklet. Write the number of fires in the ruins location on the map, then discard all fire tokens. If you play this game twice, write the higher number of fires. Find the myth sticker sheet. Okay, to the forest on the left of your map. Okay. Just fought your second nemesis, or if you just fought your third. Okay, so we record this. Affiliation. Game number 2. Gravehold. Nemesis, Myth and Bone. Please speed. Passage number at the beginning of the fight is, I don't know, whatever. Location was the ruins, R-U-I-N-S. Result was a win. Number of fires, 0. Passage read 40. Cards are sticking to me. You see this? See this nonsense? You see this utter nonsense? Everything is sticking to me now. Read section 90, because we just fought our second nemesis. And I guess now we go and fight the other one, but it's like harder than it would have been if we had fought it first. Wow. Gygar falls to his knees and presses a hand against the exposed stonework of the ruins. So much history, he moans, lost in a pointless battle. Hey, I mean, they're already ruined, Claudia says cheerfully. Now they're just more ruined. There will be helpful artifacts here, Nuke says. There are helpful artifacts here. There are helpful artifacts here. Good idea, Nuke, Claudia turns to the group. We should retrieve everything we still can. It will probably come in useful for defending New Gravehold. It's despicable for Zahara to be saying nameless after innocent people, no matter what her goals. Kadar snaps, her hands tightening into fists. I can't believe she would do something like this. Inko, Lost pipes up. Right, of course, Malister nods. As soon as we've collected everything we can, we need to get to Southpost. Inko still needs our help. Open envelope 12. Add both the mages there to Gravehold Barracks. Inko and Talix. Inko, uproot. During your main phase, harvest up to 2 cards in your hand or harvest. Resolve the harvest effects of these cards twice. Interesting. Or Gravehold gains 5 life. Soaring Ash. Casting a number of your prepped sparks. Those spells deal 2 additional damage. You may destroy a spark if you discard power. Does he get like a lot of sparks? Oh my gosh. He has 6 sparks in his starting to... He starts with so many sparks. Yeah, good thing you have a thing to... Yeah, destroy them. Yeah. Downright almost speechless. More envelopes to get rid of. We have 4 experience, right. Actually, let's take some experience cards. 4 experience, right? Find Sticker Sheet 2, Section 2, Gravehold Enhancements. And add these enhancements to your Gravehold Barracks. Find Sticker Sheet 6, Section 3. Start of the game, each player gains an energy token. So that's just once, not every single round, otherwise that would be awesome. At the start of each player's first turn of the game, that player focuses one of their breaches, so that's also nice. We spend 2 to remove 1 fire token. Okay, that's boss! If we don't have, like, Chaos Charm to remove them, and we definitely want to remove fire, just nope. Replace the next relic you gain this turn into your hand. Also good, but we're playing a character who basically already does that. Spark enhancements. Or cast Destroy This. That one I'm looking at right now. That one looks good. On your 3 breach, when a spell is cast on this breach, the player who cast it may look at the top 2 cards of their deck. Okay. They may place any number of those cards into their discard pile, so maybe. At the end of your personal enhancements, at the end of your casting phase, if you have 7 or more cards in your discard pile, focus any player's closed breach with the lowest focus cost. Once per turn, when you cast a spell that costs 6 or more, gain a charge. So, if you get spells that cost 6 or more, cast 1 every turn and just gain a charge every turn. It's meh. And add sticker H to our rulebook. Oh gosh. What's the rulebook? Oh, wait. Is this the rulebook? This is the rulebook. Recall. The recall effect of a card can only be used when it's in your discard pile. Recall means once per turn during your main phase, if this is in your discard pile, you may resolve this effect. You can use this effect when you get this card during your turn, since it will be in your discard pile during your main phase. Okay, so now stuff in our discard pile will have an effect. If we use enough recall effects, maybe having that mill effect card could actually be useful and viable. I want to get my scissors out and start actually, like, cutting the sticker sheets to know which ones that we can use for enhancements and such. Open deck GH-R. Add all of the upgraded basic Nemesis cards to the Nemesis cards in your Gravehold Barracks. You will always use as many of the upgraded Nemesis cards as possible when building the Nemesis deck moving forward. Are you sure? Banish the Paradox of Myth and Bone Nemesis match and all Nemesis specific cards. Banish the Myth and Bone turn order cards and return the normal Nemesis to the turn order deck. Banish the Myth lifestyle. So, get rid of... So we don't need any more Myth and Bone. Banish it. Just, it's gone. It's gone. It's removed. It's gone. There are 5 or more fire tokens. Banish some cards. If there are 8 or more, banish some other cards. Add any remaining cards from this deck to your Gravehold Barracks along with your supply cards from this game. If any unbanished mages have severed stickers, find the number... Oh! Something... If you won your game and there were 2 or fewer fire tokens, place card L2E25. Ruin's bonus event. Place this card in your barracks with the player cards. Play this at the beginning of the next game. Each player focuses one of the breaches at the start of their first turn, then banish this card. Boom. Are you ready to begin the next game? Read section 37. Glint Splinter. It's 4 cost, gain 2, but you can recall it. You may discard a prepped spell. If you do, gain 1, and you may place the next card you gain this turn on top of your deck. It's okay. I like the silence effect. That's what we have on 4. 4 for 2, we have a silence effect. So it looks like a lot of these. Nope, just go please. Cast deal 5, so 6 for 5 instead of our 7 for 5. Recall, lose 2 charges to remove a fire token from your location on the map. So Chaos Charm is our current to remove fire thing, but this can also just, we use this and then we can just basically pay for and remove a fire. Chaos Charm is doing alright with keeping us out of fire. I have some of that like basic Gravefold. Void Anchor, silence a minion. Any ally gains 2 money tokens. Recall, Gravefold gains a life. We need this. Darklight Sample, gain 2. Okay, 3 for 2, but then you may place your deck into your discard pile without rearranging the cards. That's interesting. It's like you can gain 2, put your whole deck in the discard pile. I guess you'd want to do this after buying a card. Or say, chances of you wanting to, when you'd want to do this are not so great. And there's still no gems at the 5 point, but I do want this over something. I think this over Fractured Lightning, because we never used it, and we get tons of spells anyway. So let's silence a minion, which, is what we want Cobalt Clump for as it stands. But then Recall and Gravefold gains 1 life.